welcome to Montreal, you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Very, very great to have you here. And Superior Donuts, very funny, very good show. So congratulations on that.
Thank
you. You know, Jermaine, let's start with you because, you know, you're wearing a lot of hats on this show and not just the baseball.
I was going to ask you, you meant literally? Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
You got a lot going on. How's that going for you?
I like it, man. I love all the hats I wear. I like this one particularly. I got it in a gift bag for the comedy festival. But yeah.
Just because he's one of the funniest things walking. You get everything when you're one of the funniest things walking, or singing, or jumping, or dancing. I mean, there's room for you in this world, right? You can wear as many hats as you want, right?
Yeah.
Right now he's wearing his I'm tame now.
Tame hat.
He's the tamest you'll ever see him.
You don't have to be. It's okay.
When I'm sitting down in the chair.
No, he is.
Okay.
He knows. I'm here as keeper.
Yeah. He keeps me sort of grounded.
Well, I was going to ask you that because do you have to keep him in check
otherwise,
sometimes?
Otherwise, you try to film this guy, and it comes out as a blur.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So much energy.
It has to be.
Well, the thing is, like, Judd, man, he's genuinely like I love working with him, and so it makes my job easier to go on set and just rehearse with him and then tape the shows. And sometimes when he has an idea, as a EP. I run it by a showrunner and a director, and he already has a good relationship with them too. But sometimes
they don't use it; they just like to hear me say it.
Yeah, they just like to make you feel good.
How is this? I wouldn't do that. They say, okay, let's do that.
As an actor, picking his brain about certain material and lines and choices, he'll tell me, hey, I think maybe to move me here, you should do that. And I'm like, so it's made me stronger as an actor.
And he does it.
He's great. I mean, when you take Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch is right. I mean, Mr. Hirsch, I mean, come on. It's been a little while. We get you on TV now. And what was it about this show that you went, you know what, I'm going to do this one?
I liked the idea. I really loved the idea. I mean, when I realized it came from a play on Broadway that I didn't see, but I really and truly love the guy who wrote it.
Tracy Letts.
Yeah,
I mean, Mr. Pulitzer Prize.
And I met him, and I met him when he won the Tony.
Yeah.
And I thought, whoa, there's a story in this that really should be told. And I know that Tracy obviously told the story in a much more serious way. Mm-hmm. And I thought, wait a minute now, I think comedies are based on very good stories. On the serious part of the whole thing. Remember, we're here to have fun with the idea of the different times in life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And a guy who's older and won't change, and a guy who comes in and wants everything to change for the better. I mean, there's a whole 6,000 stories you can tell about that, right? So I thought, well, if we can do that many stories, then I'm in.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I met him, and I thought, oh well, I'll do it anyway.
He was already in.
Already signed off.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do a deal memo, and you got to watch out.
Yeah, but Jermaine, like I say, it's a very funny show, but yet it's good to bring in a little bit of political undertones, things that's going on. There have been a few episodes. I think that's so important in this day and age that you've got to face these things.
I agree. I think what we do good with the show is that we don't exhaust the issues though.
Yeah.
Because you can exhaust an audience like, oh God, this week you're doing that, but we just remind people at the middle of the show is a relationship between the Arthur, Randy, Franco, Sweatpants, Foz, and Tush.
Yeah.
And so we make sure.
I love the names of these characters, by the way.
Yeah, man. It's like all of them are like little Easter eggs, little tiny things that make me laugh about them.
Yeah.
The show's great. I love what we talk about. I also love that we can talk about an issue, but at the same time go back to the heart of the show, which is the relationship between the patrons and the owner of the shop.
Yeah.
It's today, and by the way, it's in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to have a bit of a new push. I can't tell you about it, but we're going to have a bit of a new push for this season. Mm-hmm. It's outside the door.
Good.
But anyway, it's something that's going to be very, very exciting.
Good.
We're all going to have to deal with it.
Oh, good. I can't wait. I'm very, very excited.
There's a lot of fun in it.
This next season.
And I mean, this is a fun set. I've never been on such a noisy, fun set. It's ridiculous. I'm playing with 5 stand-up comics. I mean, it never ends. It never ends.
Yeah.
And we have a live audience.
Yeah.
Which also is louder than us.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to wait for them
For
to
sure.
stop laughing before we go on. You know what I mean? And we have a big 20-some-odd minutes to do our show, and that's part. And the laughter is almost like part of the minutes of our show.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think that's what we're here for. For that much laughter.
Yeah.
But when you look into the bottom of it, you say, wait a minute, there's something about this thing that has to do with today. Gentrification.
Yeah.
With not giving up your values. Yeah. It's about values.
Right.
That's why I joined the show.
Yeah.
Because I really like the idea. Any show like that has a view of values. In today's world, man, you gotta keep them. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's my character.
Yeah.
And you have to realize the value of it. And the value of it is what the whole goddamn thing is based on. Yeah. Right? And then have fun with it.
Well, absolutely.
Then kick it around, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask you because, you've been in this business for a few years, and is there anything? But things change every week. Something different comes along, and things change. Has there been anything that you've been adverse to? Like, no, I'm not going to do that, or you have always been open to trying new stuff?
Not yet. We've never been asked to do anything that we can't do. In fact, we wanted to do a heck of a lot more. You know what I mean? We want to do even more.
Yeah.
The things we've been asked to do, they've been on character, so they've been easy to kind of like facilitate and maneuver. If we don't really agree with a motivation from a character, then we'll talk to the writers or the showrunner or
like
the producers,
in any show.
Yeah, who are very open to the ideas and whatnot. But as far as like things we want to do, we want to go further.
Good.
Like, there's nothing on the show that that we've done in the first season that like we've been unhappy with, but like I want to like do like I'm a crazy dude. So.
No, and that's good. But how restrictive you're working for like the CBS network, and that's like a conservative network.
Hell yeah. They're the most conservative. They're like seriously like it's the widest network I've ever worked with.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we wanted to do a couple of things they didn't let us do. I had to get up on the counter, right, and run around on the counter.
Yeah.
And I said, I could do that. I can jump up on the chair, on the stool, and then up on the counter.
The trust fall.
And all of a sudden, and all of a sudden, they're hooking me up
to
with hooks and wire.
Wow.
And I said, well, wait a minute, wait, how's it? They take that out in post anyway. People don't see that, right? I said, no. Don't be silly. I said, keep that for people who can't walk, or keep that for the hunchback guys. Or I said, no. Listen, wait.
Yeah, it's good.
And guess what?
Yeah. You did it.
They had to hook me up.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh.
But they'll hook me up too when we do it. It's a stunt. Like they can't Judd can't. If Judd gets hurt, we don't get paid. Yeah. So that's how it is.
Well, when it comes down to it, exactly.
We
right?
need you.
Yeah, we need you.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about things you'd like to do that they won't let you do.
Yeah.
That's just for insurance purposes. But if you talk about, let's say, ideas, language, or even language. There's a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of freedom.
When you
look, we're kind of a zesty show about.
Zesty.
I don't know what you say. We're like an active show. Yeah. We're not a pensive one.
Yeah. Even though we stay in the shop most of the episodes, which we love, the fact that everything moves so well because like all the characters are moving and like we all work as like this.
And we have a neighborhood.
Yeah.
We have a neighborhood.
Everything moves in the show.
Yeah.
I live upstairs, next door.
Our apartment's upstairs at the shop.
Our Maz has his tailor shop right down the street.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's a neighborhood. That's what it's really about. That's how it all started. You know what I mean? What are we going to do in this neighborhood with this donut shop and this guy who won't change?
Yeah.
I mean?
I want to know how many episodes of Taxi you watched before you met him.
Probably 2. Dude, but the thing is, I knew Judd from like movies, like Independence Day.
Sure.
I love Independence Day because it's a generational thing.
Yes,
it truly is. And then I met Judd, and afterwards we started watching. Like he showed me the pilot of Taxi, and I already saw the pilot. Classic fucking pilot. So like I watched it, and then like watching it with his commentary, I appreciated it so much more. So I actually am very happy I didn't get into Taxi till after I met him, because now I know so much about him. and like everything sort of like makes sense. All the stories about Andy Kaufman.
Yep.
And Chris.
Yeah.
All of them.
Danny DeVito, like everybody,
it makes
you know.
so much sense now.
It's kind of like you have to know why something works.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking about stand up. I mean that's in your head. You'll know what works yourself.
Right.
Because you're representing yourself. But when you represent a show, or you're doing a show, and it's about a bunch of people, and it's about whatever the ideas are that you're gonna bring out the greatest comic part of, right? I always think it's like the surprise element, right? It's got to be a surprise element. Will he do this? Wow! Oh my God! Oh, it worked. Yeah. Whatever. Or is this idea too big? You know, like I did one about jumping out of an airplane. You know, and everybody is more worried than I am. And then all of a sudden, just before jumping, I get so worried that I actually don't jump and think I did. Yeah. So I start saying, Geronimo, you know, and someone says, Alex, you didn't jump. Oh, okay. Yeah. And then you jump, yeah, right? Yeah. Well, that's the way I see television comedy. I see it as you take the biggest chance you can, and you got an audience that's going like this. What? All right.
Got to keep.
To me, that's the best.
Well, I think you guys are doing a terrific job. It's great, and I hope you're not too sick of donuts.
We are.
Yeah.
Wait. Here's the other part. When you got a guy like this, he will dare anything. Anything in this world, if you dare him, he'll do it.
Good.
So therefore, we
dare you a lot. I want to see a lot of dares coming.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You come to the set.
I would love to. When I come
if you can come down to the set,
all right.
the show is practically almost not the one that's shot.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, I've got to wrap it up, unfortunately, but it's such a pleasure to talk to both of you.
You too.
And best of luck with everything.